is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Hi, Boadu TV. So yama munyina kwa ba epambraso. Na one CD Dumsor Levy no. Omo yesen kadwade no omo hyase. Ghana Revenue Authority yesen komo hyase dwada. But Oil Marketing Company Limited 4 years say GRE pa won cost from brafo manya do hyase ampani ampa o man hyase ama GRE atwentwen dwumedi ne so. Na no Otu Darko say one CD utua na yeden. Utua one CD na yeden. Utua one CD na yeden. Money telco so ne nkasa na omonye code bi mra na Ghana phone tua abrochefo na ready so metua Canada ho no sa enen this for muntua man 700 na ahi billion na go no omoso metua ni nyina de na muntua na okasa no na wo chese muye ni ya nka MPP nke wo moto nchen opon kroma afanyo marking a na mu na modi enima mu company de tia Dumsor Levy amahama epeso de ba no de boa Ghana fo mo na mu de Dumsor ibaye mo so na mo san kodi etia kwan a omampanyi befa so no waso ano etia no ye beka se no yeden ni bira na ebe ya na yeden ye be classify say den Otu Darko afaya yono nkwa NDC loyalist for no so atiesim
one CD energy levy meka se one CD no a aban na eje no emra na meboa. It's difficult, but the question is, at this point who here and who here, it is necessary. Yeah, aban way ebetna abenya no so boso means yapeni Accra FM, and yet the government is inundated with so many problems. A kahodua adokro aban, not because omene bogu ho omo be inherited. Na Otu Darko akufado no raba miamamo in the last 8 years. Yedim kasusura wo bogu ho in every sector of the economy, especially the energy sector. Na Otu Darko akufado take over from John Dramani Mahama in 2016. Na Ghana kai 120 billion. Ode mame famo otufobo 122 billion. Na Otu Darko akufado every amount so na Ghana kai hure 320 billion akọ 721 billion. Ninyina John Dramani Mahama inherited it. Bank of Ghana etwasa nkobua na sikanto to yekoyie te senia owura siama ene atoforsia oforsi omoye adwumai yanya bisa yenya a weak finance minister in the first place. One more beka ho no so be ye no betima ba ankosi aga kero for that say bibia eti niema na esanke koyie na bandada ni timi gina brade no o mantimi anye o mba den kra esika yomudi. When you have a president na wo hang jet 18,000 euros per hour abra the renal unit of Kolebu sabe no here only 4 Ghana cedis. I beg your pardon, 4 million Ghana cedis. And because of 4 million Ghana cedis, you have to the renal unit of Kolebu. And then John Dramani Mahama be other romantic was it be the Mahama care. One kadana no. Now you don't want to dialysis, so what kidney problems, what liver problems, what hole in heart, what some diseases, ya dear sabi. O here nisi kenti minsa no and then John Dramani Mahama be say wa bofo to asankrofo nyina they are going to be catered for. I wish we had leadership in the past 8 years. Maybe tell why the one Ghana city is difficult but necessary. And menemo kasa because yenina and on the 7th of December yakotu abanama John Dramani Mahama. Look, and this is one kwana to abama John Mahama. They are floating voters and they don't care about MPP, they don't care about NDC. I'm to about my John Dramani Mahama. There were other political groupings They belong to the CPP, they belong to the other political groupings. I'm to a partner by John Dramani Mahama. Anna, Yawan Crawford, Abanomun to be that. But almost John Dramani Mahama Hobras yet here. Then some walk can and is what do no. What pese, or the research gun and it's here. One to something could generate Yakata Banso. Edwin Kokrumuti team, Ama Chinye Amanyoku, and John Dramani Mahama. Mr. President, me person who say, Sankro Fuina Wuregusu Shomu. Enti uya dia mensuro. Sankro Fuina Taiwachi. Uya den, baby Uradi Yanko Pong Ben and Pessy, Bronsam Baka Sobato to Nikobi, Uya den, if we have a sanity. Eti I know say the more John Dramani Mahama and one pesie jaso now the gentia shem na mabagu ho na jani dobrum no na akwabrafo no so aba aden ya be to kobi o pese sent no kobi sent no ese ho so that be aduane no aye no ano ye ntene de. And I'm saying, Mr. President, that you have the support of the millions of Ghanaians at 2 Abama on the 7th of December. And in the Padomo Edo Bibinti Omentimian Toban. Sankro for in the ne Menu Mudin Komoi at church Romunientia. A trust at this material point in time. Yenina Yabua na a car ado kuro Ghana and Kankan and Yamahua Dame Biano. You be ye free. Because said Dumsor Ba John Dramani Mahama no plant with the view. Dumsor no be. Na nado danko akufado or plant with the fee. Dumsor no be. O man peninda da kufuo or plant with the fee. Dumsor no be. It is a young na empo e kase yentwia. John Dramani Mahama betima kase okay. Edian ye be the tisusubo. So the Dumsor Ba okay. John Dramani Mahama yiri lodina onye hairdresser. No akase me here light aye 3. One take coastal no I want ton coastal nam. No akase ye doom light into me coastal say me pese ohunu the effect and consequence of Dumsor say Ghana for come no tum na samba bi mu a me pese ohunu. Eti abanda da no ye say John Dramani Mahama de wo ba wo the Dumsor nam. Who told you? Dumsor ba judge time. Dumsor ba Kufuor time or the asofo ko bompae. At the same Dumsor ba John Dramani Mahama time. Sabria no, not the problem was generational capacity. Me bisao and Ghana problem is generational capacity. Certainly no, because a certain John Dramani Mahama in his first administration engaged the car power ship. He engaged Ameridale. He engaged other IPPs and there that generational power until not your peak period. A brute generational capacity. So no, it is a thing of the past. That same leader and Nenyanko Pongadum Yang as president, and he is determined to solve the Dumsor Ansia Mabio. The government is barely 6 months old. Abayni ba no wabehunu niema sabi efi poto okwanya ya de energy sector na faso energy sector levy ya dia John Dramani Mahama institute here afin pininu dunum 2015 see a beti menye sika potin near the aboa the energy sector until John Dramani Mahama free so what kwara sika bubro amegu sa eye eyinum sika bebre na nado danko akufo mu take over ebe ade a lot of money over 45 billion cedis. And next sense can you hunu adaya energy sector level no ye de akosi awowa. Can you imagine adia John Dramani Mahama say what you see when a Ghana nyesika hwenyinam ahode what de akosi awowa just a 2035 and you betu awie akufo na yes ah me chiro ne ntia John Dramani Mahama ne ato forcing any John Gina Paul ebre so the 1 Ghana cedis eto so no enyomo pe na se mo bi wo hoy de ye ntrase men krofo ento anwea enwumani enye mo pe dabio na nko mo adwenbone a se no an se on fa liter of fuel about 17 cities I think 16 something what the everyone say 16 cities Eti anu an san ko manage na 16 cities ah. No mo 31 cedi ni free mo be dey ho. So mo adwen bone a. Anko memena aka 16 cedis per liter. No matete afrim. But omu say etwa say yete so because cedi no akọ nanim sin dollar no. Omate so a ma ba bedru 12 cedis. Ba bi kura ton no 11 cedis. Pumps no ebi ton 11 cedis. Fine. Ebi ton 11 Ghana cedis. Anunti wo susu say 1 Ghana cedi no ebetimi aboa na yakun eye eka adokoro eye the energy sector. Look, I've always intimated say if possible crampa yemfa short code mra na yemu dodo no a yen contribute na yemfa mo John Dramani Mahama na upon kuruma kwaye press conference honorable upon kuruma say Mahama must focus rather on technical challenges and certain structural defects in the energy sector. Hey, Upon kuruma since when I want to say your technical challenges in the energy sector, your structural defect in the energy sector, your niyama potia who here since here beji 1 Ghana cedi. In just 6 months, a new government is ushered into office. What did I buy for 8 years? No more use in this thing. Brofo, munim brofo kenti. The piano my press conference. You were in government for 8 years. What did you do? I am a Ghana for Abu Babu. You guys think we don't think? Now, your oppositioner, Bibiani Akawasam. Akamuma Bagu, now by Fufraba in 6 months. One who said Dumsor be betting me about it's Yanji Akano. Send your bear, or how Anthony Manford. And no more, I must say, my on the 1 cedi no. Na Dumsor in Sambrano, why in a Tokana? Mahama fixer, no more judy, or fixer, no more judy, Mukrami and Nipabea. We are Nipabea. What kind of people are you? One can say, Timu Ghana, Mamma. I think Ghana near Chimp, that is it. Monyas and Mobay Nipum. Yes, you don't quote baby. Quiet beam, quiet bread to beam. Why? Naka John Dramani Mahama, Epa Ghana Bonia. Na Ghana bought car over $300 million. Eko toka Afibia. Over $300 million. John Dramani Mahama Musi Atwabo gas plant. Menuka say, and a Atwabo gas no save Ghana in excess of $300 million. What's the argument of BCSC? Second one. Make us away as journalists. Men trust men microphone too futuro and I don't care what somebody thinks somewhere. Because near what in my journalism career be who say e many bit to ya John Dramani Mahama ya de bi anya me kan ko ra no. But ene de yet me nka entro bia e okrom ha because John Dramani Mahama ade na oye no ne kwanso. Unim say na akufo do move free honom no. Na e car e da ho sesi am no kesei. Dollar na aba from tia but about 80 billion Ghana cedis. Mama ye kwenye ske free. Wam dia me to 4 bon, wam de man $3.1 billion. And in the car, wam de ja John Dramani Mahama. And him say yankotwa sa kawe ya Dumsor betimi aba. Sa we president amame, oba train ama woman for at the Dumsor. Anasa oba ye bibi. Sabi, Mahama ke ya, wako lanchi, wase me 6 months salary monte. Honorable Minta Kando was me 3 months salary monte. Minister Saka be brete ada omudo omu abusia aye tuam ka omudo be hwe abusia because of the love they have for this country. They say omu pese Ghana for mon sabesi form. Na say omu boka twhwiri de ase aguo na say John Dramani Mahama say na mun dodo nso mti mesra mo every liter of fuel anka mun tua 1 cedi na yenna yentimi mfantue ka MPP fo abagu ho no mo enya MPP fo mo na esa bobo John Dramani Mahama waso mo bubu nua agu Ghana fo aso. In any case, let's do the math. Mami, and now the danko akufu at the time. A drumibia na a liter of fuel 20 Ghana cedis. John Dramani Mahama time 6 months into office and na fango 11 cedis. O de mamen fama 12 Ghana cedis. Mami, 20 Ghana cedis akufu at the time. Any 12 Ghana cedis per liter Mahama time. Dia wen na ope. Granted in Posa Mami, say 20 cities no kura mpomu odu yemfa do 2016 Mahama take over na yes 16 Ghana cities na 16 Ghana cities and 11 Ghana cities mame de we na kaye it is ene John Mahama time ye 11 Ghana cities na o se oje 1 Ghana city account kura e be 12 cities o de mame fa no 13 Ghana cities 13 Ghana cities no any akufa do 16 Ghana cities no de we na ye ade ni onim nyansa Ajin yana dream top from on fire. Ajin wa bottom and a begin say 16 Ghana cities in 2016 far better than 12 Ghana cities. Yeah, the 1 Ghana cities. I'm not 13 Ghana cities this time. As a munkwadi, you create your classroom now. As just say and tronco, mommy, and tronco will tro any foot will go any. But we cannot do that in our country. I need to make us work at the Ministry of Energy say bring a short coat. One Ghana city enough. Omo wa brochire bebre person mo boa no mutua saka no. Wan to fuela obedi atwa. But if there is a short coat, they can contribute. I keep saying, say, Ministry of Energy, please speak to the telecos. Bring a short coat. No, be a brochire or be a Ghana. Whatever amount, mamumfa a yin to so. Modi price a yi. Mamumfa price ceiling to so. Whatever amount from 1 Ghana city. Echo whatever amount abet me abua. Near the tua e kano. Now they are 2 short code no so. And when say Ministry of Finance, GRA, Energy Ministry, government machinery amoye related to this no more together. No more design say be obi nso nkonko wies ka no. Ko embassy be tuan kwase eska bia. Oh, say no be ye betimi aboa ban no. I just said no my press briefing. Press conference. Na mo be na Ghana for pem wa hyem a anke to aba ne mam. Ya pam mo. Yes mo tenase. Na mo hwe okwan mo fa so lose ye. Se na Ghana for betimi ahu mo bobiem no. Ense mu no nko a. Upon Kroma say na Levy Emma 2 billion cedis. Mahama said Dawson do. Mahama yi free wa adanko da day. Wakofa another Levy. Eno kra kire say bibiri hon mo abom parliament no na ayefo. Oh. Na nya parliament na say bi ayefo amenkrophobia. How can you compare electronic levy to energy sector levy? How can you compare elephant? It's like comparing the elephant to chinye. Ain't you know? We can say levy ma $2 billion. Mahama ye free on moi. What the levy a budget 5.7 billion. I beg your pardon, 2 billion cedis. You need from more the levy a budget 5.7 billion Ghana cedis anaba. Papi, ma mi misao. Upon kroma mi misao. 2 billion Ghana cedis na wo see said de ma ye no. Mo de yeden. Manchester ma de ba ko amode sa 2 billion. Look, levy man fanya and levy crowd there e kro no tax on tax. Because Otu Darko me tua me tax am ban through me salary. Me je salary no so. Na me de kogu bank account mu a mati me levy. Me yi free bank account no na me send through Momo Pay. Eba me normal MTN and whatever Momo mu a masi ante me. Me send this can be ma me anoma me. Sika ba ko. Se nipa mienu send forever. Ube hu anasa. So that is creativity. Apart from some first can anya hwe na ekro no de. But at least we there abina train adia this can be. Enyam no mo ka kire say ye tua levy a contractors for nyina ye betua maka no. Ye tua levy contractors for mu tua ai. Mo ka kire say ye tua levy a Ghana kwan nyina ebe ye. Ye tua levy Ghana ekwan no hifa na ye. Mo ka kire say ye tua levy a school for there say ombeko school kama hwe school fua under you na kwada kra nya duanini. And you have the effrontery. You have the temerity to organize press conference and spew nonsense. And journalists ye okroma ye niema sa niema we kwaso. As a ban bit so a na ye kan anu atom. As a ban bi betena so a afena your voices ayira no. Ye hwehwe. Me that kind of journalist. I'm a journalist by convention and principle. It's that me be say GRA4 then so mo be gigi scan enti me maso na maso china me de ko to me Facebook Make sure at least they should give 1 week so that the pumps will adjust and education will sink. And only 1 week, eka home. Send a beya entiasia beko.
Accra FM.
The choice is ours. Say a bit 1 Ghana city. Na ya veti Dumsor no biya ye na dwuma. Na ya mfele hwe. Because in any case, 1 Ghana city is no. Mame utuya enye say be change fango ne buo at the pump so. Say ensesa no. Eti ne utuya no eno na betua. Ana ya pa ye be ya dwene say ye ntua. Na Dumsor asiaba. Na Dumsor ne ba yen kai. Se mpanyimfo ya omugire ono ye tobe. Te say ono abo apanyo marking or plant we fie. Or pon kroma or generator ne plant. All the MPs or ministers bebre or plant. Abamu mpanyimfo or plant. Meme no. Ye ni sika ye de to generator. Ni yakoto plant. Eti yamu se asum ye nu eko a eye enwura no ne bre. Nti niam bi wo ho no maame yenya odo ema ye man. Na 1 Ghana cedi yemfa nche. 1 Ghana cedi anyira. Sabi obakre ko sko me man 1 Ghana cedi. Eti eyadia e twase ye nyina. Ye ba together na ye boa. Na Ghana etimi fa ne ntuma pefra e wo sa kwan so. Na ye kasa ye bedi sankrofo we chi a. Mami, I'm telling you say ohankwa. Yeah. Ohankwa. Upon Kruma, more time. I think before they left, budget year for the energy sector. Now about 1.5 billion. As we say, almost spending 8 billion cedis. Budget now 1.5 billion. But almost spending 8 billion Ghana cedis. NDC free so. It was less than 10 billion. I stand for corrections anyways. But my checks are not me. It was less than 10 billion cedis. Now I'm not justifiable because who bet me who this can ye. Say enye politics can ye beka. Who bet say at least car power ship no. Ye discard a kwaye. IPP's engagement no. Ye discard a ye. And this time, a common boy in the energy sector, at least a Meridale, 510 million Ghana cedis, you know, kind of yay, or it was dollars. Mobile, no more renegotiating a Meridale to 1.2 billion. Meanwhile, time what NDC for air Meridale, most of me are confirmed by Ghana, now 510 dollars. No, Mobile, no more extended a Meridale, as I increased it, I inflated it to 1.2 billion. What kind of akronfo are you people? And the same people, because one to make a tree, saying a note to the Akunti. Kotrasa Gabra. Because brofu are full, obietimi kabi. No man, how come brofu against one minyansa de? Where am I? Tiquatra radio, native, so Mukam Profunigu, and some Munqua, no masori. Well, my would be any. Well, my would be any. Eti, you make a trouble, I want to say. Then try na ya mua ben and easy for muti ya bramuni de bia mudin sem hunu ma ye twa mutisoka. We are tired of paying for your inefficiencies. You are becoming useless. Why? ECG, you are becoming a useless entity. And yet you take fat salaries in this country. Fesika pudu a ECG for empenyi for mutre ye twetwa moka. Eso de bia kan kwa na mbo okroma. And they'll come and saddle me some in 1 Ghana cedi. Now guys are John Dramani Mahama bi. Ana na dwen ye adwuma ana wo doma Ghana. Because ye nimnia wa hyase ye and ye nimsa no besesa Ghana afa. And unto na mu bi ye de ya no atum. But we cannot keep on paying for your inefficiencies, ECG. Go to the Jubilee House. Most of their parks in solar. At mine. All government institutions should go solar. Northern region, a real born northern region. Yentimi enhanese a real solar. And find yen in a What kind of daft people are we? What kind of daft people are as you doing? I can be every government institution, it was some use solar. Now, inhabitants and citizens, you know, depending on a thermal, any hydro. If you have bogu kwa, and ye tuntuma kwa. Look, a lot of government agencies edit the ECG car. Munji try light, munji try kanianum. Munji anama se me munji try kanianum. And finally, NDC for so mobile idea, munya education ahead. Na mo pesa. Munya education. Nyesa mo sorry ya na pam. Mumpia wan Ghana city. Munya adwuma ngo bia botom. Ti mo be yesa, in as much as we love you people, we agree say nemebu hon ma ese nyina ye boa no. I am education. Na Ghana frontier say they should know the reason why they are paying. Because enkrofo na ebo ka gu honum no. O ma no ntimi nya den ensin ye okurum ha. Mo na mo bo ka ne gu ho. Mo ma no aye den. Say dentina ma boka akoso problem. No be person solve. Onti ase. Where be for? Na nurse for no. Ene mitie one Jordan, where secretary, Mortuary Workers Association. Or see nipa na ewu no, I increase it because of the strike. Me mum die. And now to press conference Honorable Ampem, Deputy Finance, Government Machinery Spokesperson, Kwachi Fosu Felix, Honorable. Ne Honorable Minta Kando efa nursing and midwife for omo atuaten ho atimu say they are ready to negotiate. Me no, I have mixed feelings when it comes to the nurses issues. I cannot say government is totally right, and I cannot say the nurses and midwives are totally right or each party is totally wrong. No. Because if I was a nurse, maybe I'll be careful before I speak. Now, I'm a journalist in Chile, I should use my pulpit as a journalist to condemn a nurse for what is due them. But I'm only suggesting to our nurses, say there are people who are dying. There are people who are dying. Your best threat, they should come for the negotiation. Because men read the political meanings. And when I'm person me because for 8 years near to Ghana, strike change we hubi. Meanwhile, the same conditions of service were pending. So hubi. But maybe because John Mahama is a listening government, 6 months into office, strike change. It's your best threat, your nurses and midwives for the sake of it. Look, there was one a year. Papa, nipa back, your man, oxygen, will tax him. Like how? Meanwhile, if you go back to work, time I was in the best entry hoka. Labor Commission through Accra High Court. I declare must strike, illegal. And yet, Montiasie, because they call for negotiations and you fail to show up in the first time. Abayne kran ka se wontua was a fain aba entianka yesremo moma up to 2026. And look, open my new manager mra general how they saying Class Media Group Accra FM. Your new general manager abai Yewra Wasim. It is a Yewra Wasim ba na se ka wo ha wo ba ya na watua. No, Yewra Wasim be go through no be ka kwa wo ho. Na wa frɛ say anything. Ebi one more obetima say, can we do something about it? Ebi wo kra there are some items okay, please, I'm a new leader, can we renegotiate this? But also when you are by that I negotiating to say you nothing. Look, I feel for your pains, my brothers and sisters. I feel for your, and if you read the collective bargain agreement, I nurses because say at the hospital. But say a woman say that you are entitled to medical care plus your children and plus. So I don't understand. But also Parichoma me. My fan in the next 1 minute. Parichoma me. You understand? It's yes, you're nice for. Yes, sir. You guys are essential service providers, and by law, you guys are restrained. Mamin kan no na min fancy time ni ho. Me nua Charles Makata betina se that time ni ho. And the people who are dying, anyways, I minimum the minim what you want to achieve, but I can tell you, say the people who are dying, they are many. Min kind idea we Omo Act no section 163, prohibition of strike or lockout in respect of essential service. An employer carrying on a worker engaged in an essential service shall not, the word is shall, not resort to a lockout or strike in connection with or in furtherance of any industrial dispute involving the workers in the essential service. Into emrakura mamu kwan some be strike. However, your best sra so say okwan bia so betimi afa na me no makasa na sumdwaba no no makasa nurses ya bom hoka o muko training a yetua mo ya mam training allowance ye nyina ko university allowance ya nya bida nti na mo ye o man ni se ntie. Anyways, ma menkwa homa isu na mentwa adwuma itaw Alhaji Abbas Moro agina homa no so ache ni di kan mepa ne chew am say we free so ye say asa connect no PRO ema GPRTU munim say GPRTU say na omo embark on strike FM but omo say omo cancel yamba da kase ema MTN say omo so yasne say MTN same card no 1 Ghana cedi to bia betimi akwakope bi na aboawo timisra wo de wo dale 100 ana o contact them in any of their digital channels obetimi enyom yedoma se bru 2074 mixture enso asoyasene bills microcredit se hono bia pebisia no susu enwa Ghana card yedoma se pa sanso na imbu se ba mixture enso asoyasene other companies so but my yankwa woman so na ye ni ewra eni nkomo. Hello Alhaji Abbas Moro. Yeah me pacho ni di kan mikronemu wagina afidie no so ache yo wadama moye madwene sanka mbeti atwea efa eye 1 cedi levy na aban pese in fact aban di aba no but then come yekoye se mo se matwea san ni edikan ede na maamo susu ye enya nyina so se atuate ho behia efa aban agina sie ho na de enso na san maama dwen sachira
yo sound no shada anya clear but me to say ya babonten be kan say ya be organize sit down strike nan ka free ne but enura aban painful no engage ye nti enura ya babonten be kan say ya suspend sit down strike no pending ye ni omo because ata say war 1 cedi on a later in Shishena on Monday Banuso and the buyer call of the strike
na enti me ba originally no na mutri mo pono no me pese me hunu ne enti potin like ade ane de na mo wotia eye 1 cedi na ban introduce no na munyina support ni sen
and there woman say na sanya na ye law first so ye sure for na e dia dance na oba office and as a time ye be lorry fare so no fuel na performer by 18%. And assurance omuma say be so abafom. Ante yenye sanjiti no ampa ye lorry fare no so the next window fuel no samba from kakra.
Accra FM.
But all of a sudden now find say Dumsor beba sene be Dumsor embano it is on for one city and 1 liter mo juma ye na fuel ye to say ye so a ye nye briefing space kakra enti ya hu say 1 city no ye sika bebre anu na
Yo
aban wo be yen so a ya ye lawyer first so no mo betra ase na ye bo nkoma wo ho nyina aden na ye so na ye use fuel do a aden na ye de wo frɛ ani ye nye kita wo ho na wo slap ye with 1 city on the liter no on the first yes ka bebre ntina ye ba bonten so beka ye di buy no
o hwe ne o ka na kura mpo a nke me akwa ese me no ya adwen e wo kwan bi so na emumu na bi nsu susu se ansa na ban yi bai afimpinu di nsu a na fo ye be 16 cities sempo 15 Ghana cities mpo a enti ene
street so no distorto ente so was na kanu baako se na be me tinu yi
yo me pacho afedi eye me ba cho wote menka
koso
yo na me say na bi mu susu se eye time wa MPP for a free power no na for kura be 15 to 16 Ghana cedis eno mpo no ye din API emre bi du kura mpo a ekoya koduru 18 if not 20 cedis enti ene se aban bi aba no abehu eka susuregu ho na wonu so ayere no ho ama fango no anafu no wateso aba 12 cities ebi kura 10 11 cities na nko de 1 city to so a sanka 12 cities no eya 16 cities na moto no enti wempo de anka nyina na ebeboa na atwa aka no ana
okay me da say what be some very legitimate question abanda da no asankafo bebre omututi anu no efrefu anu for price na was so no ya nye de ya kasa ya kan ho asem ya kan de dia now
ba mo ko strike
ma I want to make say yeah
da bi mi bisa o question na mi bisa say
me say ya bon komo obi atie
ya o komo no ya me de ntina
obi atie want to make say yeah
da bi o mira
yeah me person who say you are with the media
no mira mpacho wutie me
ya nye de ya kan de bia
mira wutie me
the fuel prices on the higher side
mira wutie me
abanda no wo ho no enye sa metiewu
mesrew wadaroma okura mpo no me wo side do enti no we on the same page we on the same page mbacho metie
enti menkasa
mepacho
yo abanda da wo so ni fuel price no enye say ya ye de you are with the media emre bia e be kan fuel ho asem no price no was so dodo no bo ye din dodo mutie enu kranti na ema nkofo bebre to abatia abanda da no ampa aban fofo yi promise wo ma no ba no o di so fe ena ye asenkafo ye kire se fuel price na wo yi so no enu na ye gina so ene yen so ya jilo fe so fufu wow ente se obe bisa se time e wo 17 cities a liter no wow ene ti se enye pepepe difference wo mu ena sa difference no enu na ye gina so a ye yi lorry fare no so ente sa question no it doesn't come in again wow why so yes so abomode ama man no ya yi lorry fare so ama president mama kra be boy abaso na all of a sudden what done say a car war no and I'm Dumsor say and it would be 1 cedi to a liter so and no I have wanting back and so now say baby sa cry say we and trans because you na for no you to do
no
beer but to me the advice there by boy na
okay
one yes 1 cedi on the liter no yes ka bebre and no na free yeah, the young two Musa that they are buying on train sign. Well, one train and Sabbath was suspended what train after all. One train flew crowd, but was suspended and can run it to say and started Juma. Or say, young fan called the system, Niamadu or Mayor Shishanu. I strongly believe, say, last time you so come and nothing and raw almost fair, yeah. Yes, so. Yeah, Bob on the back answer. I buy outside say or engage here and the suspend strike. And the other no. Now, yeah, start to say, yeah, can't want them. Yeah, me boy Friday. Yeah, be quite transit. Now, finally, no, they are very more. Yeah, Bob on the come of the art.
In your engagement, also to say, I buy no ocean comedy course. And they say. More raise legitimate isan ka ese no ka ho ne ade a beba form ana ebegina 1 cedi no a na ban ne yes 1 cedi na no be kwa what will be your next line of action
sir ya shenkafo no ya so ye wo ya adwuma no mu sir na me bo Friday e ko trance ya ye be free mo aba ye be aba de be ba bond
na me final question ya nanka midi kia bisa nka me akwa ese nchianso kakra bae no na mpese me san ba mu biem ye nyina ye boa chechero man na GPRTU ne ada transport union sabi monso muntu mu ba ye eti he yete ama obia ye kam asem ne ade question ya me bisa wi na me bi gina say in as much as you have raised legitimate concern aban wonya island into wintimi ntena sin decide say the 1 cedi to so sabi your microphobia wo mu na eya hyenkafo a wo mu ampanyifo ese wo ne wo mu tena se na modwene ho te se ne wa raise a legitimate claim but etoda bi nso na me hunu say etwase ye sekan no etwa benkum etwa nifa enti na me share da bisa wo say in the past 8 years no e wo mu se na niema nko ye mu kasai ba mu te atua na enye se me ka ahwe obufu wa hu enti na me bisa say mu te atua na say man te atua de a adena just 6 months into a new government mu te atua that was just the question. It was harmless.
Well, at times assemble sa who kasa na obi or the political stand the be do achieve.
Okay.
So adena wemre no mu ya we na wemre so wo yesa oh and no time be I ba bonten be ka say ejuma yi aye
yeah
with the politics shemo
enye
wa we go anima say
okay
yeah Chief Ratio for we serve the government of the day. Other transport operators, I strongly believe they also serve the government of the day.
yes
Party Eba Oyade ya Obeka Oyade nya ana be kan waduma na unye de se unkasa Party Beba no Oyade nya se unyi na ye Oyade nya
yes okay okay
well ma eya obi no mu fa political affiliation be tie chi they say adena ye ton fuel 70 days a liter no the man cost strike and now ya yeso I say ya introduce so once there on the liter no dey cost strike
yeah
who business one say yeah
but is it not a legitimate question
and sound
a legitimate question.
Oh yeah abanya yeah sorry cancel that be 1 cedi anu yeah mpenu sa no wa say yembra yen transit na yen kasa
okay
wow
all right
yeah ni aje say wanya sopa ama finally no ya be kasa manti ase beba after na ya pe nkoso 15% yeah you will first so the same thing even money aje even so ninji and you are say they want to mean prepare pepe. But averagely no, as I say, who say the come in, so come on my no. Son and can say, yeah, politics into now. Yes, sorry, I tell you, Jumana, yeah, and we feel say we ever can't, yeah, Jumana say, and sorry,
okay.
And I sorry, did you be at them? And they are now most of money about that.
You be able to, a large bus, and son of 15% no drivers no money you.
Omunji ya. Now can you say about paying for no mumbuaye? Now you correct because those in authority so be parcel all regional ministers. Muya sure say your regions no samra no ebe because emra wagana ayemra ama emra bi ebe tolo femu. Enu so ayemra and na ya yiso ayemra. But here we are. About paying for no meboa ma samra no ya adwuma no. Omo nyina ye dey. That time no ya can be I just say yan can be.
Why am from there?
Because yes. A free and same I call a binumu same I to so mo hwe na mra no nya adwuma. Here we are. A binumu adiso. A binumu omo andiso. No mo sisi omo adiso no. Wow. Na sisi a baby I want no and why yan same biom. Ante some person yanya dey wo man no mo a wo sa na be ba no enti say embassy also.
Wow. Na we dey facha mi menim so munni wo musu tumi wa ho say bia nka mokọ lorry stations ahodo na mo make sure so mo dey adwuma munni sa tumi no
aban bia wo so bia ye mra na enforcing agency for no mra na kodi o mo nsem enye ye biom enye ya mra free nsem
e bacho bayan na wase Alhaji Abbas Moro
no yan so da was
Alhaji Abbas Moro ekasama GPRTU and you know a bon comment take our don't consider no Otu Darko please discontinue the interview with this blah blah blah. Hey, you know here we say how much is 1 cedi in terms of percentage in the trade. Wow. Thank you before the fire go up. Okay.
Ministry of Air Communication hona yetrase actually how much Ghanaians should pay for data. Mami Chirum say as a minister no he can only make recommendation to the finance minister because taxes biya abana dia ba enti ama data cost no indeed ubusa telecommunication networks na omonse wa makanyina ne say tariffs no was through and I say data no cost no was through because of taxes are buying edigu so enti say taxes na egu so dia one kasa ni to say minister for communication simple say ono no free say the sector Ghana buying ye here sika binti emfa tax but they can only make recommendation but nipa obetime the tax na ko parliament ame agede atumu no finance minister na say dem peni kan ba bi o chechira aboa no ahwa no gya no enti say finance minister na timi de to ko parliament mi yi a say be yi sa agitumu a say be yi sa to no so a finance minister kro no na be sa de akọ ni akọgede atumu but Sam George as smart as he is ene emi say Ghana fo a na ebinumu ebuafu a ebi di na temu no sa no kro na edidi na temu hu say ebinuma hyase praise no ene press conference o ne kire say nyame ya adomo from 1st July kono ti say MTN data utia 399 Ghana cedis ne amount 92 Ghana 92
bra yusu suma one example
399 Ghana cedis na ya amount 92 gig no nyame ya adma from next month we will share the same amount we benya 214 gig it means increase there say data no omutum 10% but in terms of the quantity no has been increased by 15%. So what it means is say you pay this, you buy this, you pay the same amount, but you get more value
for money.
But no, as a result of the negotiation with telecommunication for no akoswa or more. But as to say, you pay taxes are hodwa a good telecommunication formal services so a bit matters na from there. It's up to honorable to forcing to do that. And to honorable Sam George, and na wie mame mo abaso ene de waye na hwe mame nka se mejoe nana me de mani ato form hwe ade bi MPP for somehow is trying to set the pace and NDC ignorantly follow. And also beka if we say aban baye many of NDC grassroots na ya na omobuafu though out of love odom wo maye say ada na NDC pro media journalists omo kasama NDC for no yema obi appointment yema omu bi ada na we baye ne ya site poladomochre but now the truth of the matter they say enye appointment nkoa ena if the government want to support you and I enye only appointment but NDC grassroots to know is looking is expecting some appointment because of what how MPP ni Akufo-Addo that's the precedence of my Saturday at all but that it's okay but na bia obisa Charles Makatia na juma ya NDC do onye card bearer member for the past 12 years ubisa no a wo catch so on fan choice mra bia wo nyi appointment ebi or some ways bia obepese the government should create enabling environment for the business to flourish obi beka say yes me dem per appointment because media for before I be call election minim colleagues be bra na do no a say they are fed up they wanted to retire from the media because one the pay is no good second condition of service no how many radio stations or TV stations now you juma honma even insurance cra company ni be provide the amount see e ka journalists any radio show hosts ya titi radio so dey be no papa e ka se e ka ye pay e dey akire obi be ka che say wo so abetan no papa di atem cra but out of love some people wanted to know back off and when NDC won election some of them took opportunity it's a perfect time for them and to just switch and to be man accept a position they are no longer sitting on radio behind console but maybe from where they are no they can also work that doesn't mean say obi be on air or na say wakasa NDC bia no should consider appointment a bi obi per appointment bi obi per appointment but that is the precedent at MPP setting and the NDC grassroots are expecting say NDC should do the same way the same thing happen Obekan if we say President Mahama government ibaye say we pay the most verified minister Sam George so far is the most verified minister. Do you know why? The whole thing started by MPP. Now the entire MPP yes and the way as Sam George in opposition or torture MPP government. And to back Sam George in the vetting what now for more than 6 hours. Even MPP boycotted so mono or more approve or no MPP MPs on a vetting committee. When you about Lance National Resource Minister Imanama Kofibua MPP boycotted because of what Sam George the expose MPP government and the MPP forwarded not to them crew same as Samija informed not to them crew but MPP NDC for no mom 8 year MPP for no they feel say their ministers and their government appointees are not doing well now almost to the same way. I've heard some menka say we NDC ni na se be a minister ni ya de bi na nkoso ya menka na no honorable John Jinapo and by ye be win wa ha you can but sometimes I was say who say asem na can it's a fact and the NDC for my way here the same thing that is MPP's ideology and your strategy or mo betimi brainwash NDC grass without you knowing no now we know almost singing the same chorus. So what's me boa go to social media na hwe nkrofo sha ase so mo attack Sam George hwe nkrofo mo sha ase so mo attack Okuji Tablakwa hwe nkrofo mo sha ase so mo attack Sami Jamfi MPP omu wi a the NDC for na kasa som no ma wieo edo ama o enti sister bra be smart you are dealing with MPP don't let them set the pace. Because you see ankasa no mum pe bibia dey divert attention. MPP as a political party doesn't exist. MPP as a political party the name no na wo but the structure doesn't exist. They don't have leadership. Me know ka say MPP presidential prime minister no omasha say with that party no crampo hey issue directive say yeah there was one omekwa akoto about polling station executives no mako constituency no mako national
I started from flag bearers
and sana omako flag bearer but me know ka say campaign national say flag bearers asha nkofo pe flag because there's no structure. And to omono always and they are looking for something to survive on.
Yeah.
And to don't give them that opportunity. Nana mamenko onabo eye akando atnaye health minister nyanko ponshra akando
Obojuma.
yes onabo akando this is the first time I was serving as a sector minister and Amahama wano a deputy minister and a ministry then got 2 years so one of the most sensitive sector I didn't got which is health.
A bit to make Guaban simple.
A bit to make Guabana in Mase. It can make the government, it can also make the government. But honorable Kwabena Minta Kando actually say yes, experience if you nyansano a year Juma papa. Now, the echoes were nurse for strike or moti. Nana say ye kasi ye tenase near your critical thinking analysis near the common sense at home. And sure baby yes and this are necessary for them will chase them with cutlasses from various homes. But we won't go there because in him say human life is at stake.
Okay.
Until we can only plead with them to reconsider their decision. And then me read the article biname raho. Some mortuary attendants say for the past 3 days enkrofo ewu edu omu begu mortuary hono enyam krofo ketwa. Because enkrofo call hospital for emergency there's no nurse more attended to them. And Tinkrofo wa na ewu.
Just about could be the atma by. No by attending to. No matter.
Yes, say Chima mention bokra. Assume you nusu ku okwaya asia nsensane na besofa. The government can decide to fire all nurses. If I have my wish, say government beti me have if I have my wish, na human life is at stake. Sabre year one nurse for over 14,000 or 50,000 over 100,000 nurse it's I have my wish na human life and a year sticker and can I will advise the government to fire all of them.
Maybe if I have my wish and
recruit more.
Maybe can leadership on person fire.
No, nyali unse tiadio
because members no dey so mudi.
No, unless if foku no. Eyekuo ana mankasa to omo de omo nsha abanase. What you say? Omo nsha abanase. But nurse ni bia ne Ghana government ewo appointment contract omo ye adwuma enti se wo ma wo association na wo join no wono ni demand override o responsibility wo ne government wo contract wo se wo so rule person perform here can we advise the government to sack all of them, but we are dealing with human lives. Last year ena anesi for mose condition of service. Yes, nana condition of service ya obi ehia bi, wo hia bi, mimi hia bi.
Yeah.
Moni MPP aban na hyase. MPP aban G2 mu say omo ebe can say ebe implemented the condition of service 2024. 2024 nana yete did you hear nurses embarking on any strike?
David.
They never. Did you hear them threatening government about say government failure to implement the roadmap? Nothing. Then a new government just came. Less than 5 months.
Was a more cost.
Was a more cost strike. Near Kwaka, sa association or more president no. Ni kunu ye MPP constituency chairman. And now go back to the history of Ghana. Whenever NDC as a political party waba mubian, that's when would take a nurse for kapa. That's when I would take Ghana Medical Association for kapa. That's when I would take GPRT for kapa. That's when I would take TUC for kapa. That's when I would take all these labor unions. That's when I would take kapa. Ghana. That's when it's only when NDC is in power. Because that's the tool of change. MPP always use. MPP uses this association to change government. And one of my shots, you know, because I say, and yet a trimopo and a nippers in a tribune in the winning party. When they are by betina 8 good years. O condition of service I was so be implementing 8 good years or can say 2024 no be implement. One more. Then minister now ban for by less than 5 months will say me nya adwuma because one year. You get the point? Me nya. I get and into work or strike. Now no one strike no condition of service no demand be ni say.
What's the day?
Unless for ni say. Omo na yade omo hwe yen. Enti so omo no yade a ensese omu tua sika ansana. Also munya like free medical health care.
Yes.
And you're part of omu conditions omo. Nana, you see sometimes and then when I'm say critical thinking the common sense account people start chasing some of these nurses. Nana teacher ni our trade so no ankasa ne ba wo school mu or no kire ne ba dia ne ba won tua fees. Say teacher ni nankasa decide so be federal education on tua fees.
Obetua.
Enti adenti na wo nurse wo ya ban adwuma ni aban tua wo ka. Wo ye teacher ni so aban tua ne ka. Say teacher ni ba eba hospital a wo tua ka. Wo hwe na wo tua ka. Wo nurse ni no say wo ba ko school a wo tua ka. Say teacher ni nankasa ba hospital a wo tua ka. Na wo nurse ni de wo yare na se ye the same fide no twa wo da se wo tua ka.
Some analysis dey be good nursing you know.
What you say? What se wo tua ka? Hwe se obi abrewa a jobless ti se Ghana ni ti se na kofu aban de omoka over 8 months aye ntua ye. Na ono na jade oni adwuma kura no ba folder oso tua ne card e oso tua lab obetua se bonu nsu a obetua se ye gene to no ma obetua ne bill nyina na wo nurse ni na aba na mo wadwuma a wo ye adwuma agi waketua pepepe wo se wo yare a because wo ye nurse ni ntino wo de ensese wo tua tekwa na sesempoa se aba ne mpene so ma wo ntino wo nkwa adwuma enti Ghana fo mu ana Ghana fo ewu. How can you behave like this? Nana, how can you be ebia kasebia aban no kra na emma o sambia percentage bi some discount bi in the form of insurance bi, but to say we near fat say we yet a year health work continue would you won't share be na only number of nurses we have in this country.
Before be meti here as a journalist me be a company you know say me nti me ho advert the beji miska wa.
That is it.
But me adwuma wa but man ko tua sika e wo client service a ye betia free me salary.
Say say wo yade a wo so betua medical bill ntino enti na ban na mana nye free ntino waja watwuma na Ghana fu evu.
Who be say me question be
na sa nurse fu leadership o modam nyina so eye ma ema o ene da nurse fu koya no ena nkrofu na ekoba ne se ya nipa ebewu na na so meboa o de opa yenko mo chire ne yenko ye kupe data nipa ebewu no so mo ye 10 na ema ne mofra ne doso
nyempe so be yira line of thought obi say me say me nurse for the door.
Yes. Do you know the number of nurses we have in this country? And according to Minister for Health and Minister for Finance, sa demands no mo make no sabane ka so implement this year. Every year government have to look for 2 billion Ghana cedis.
2 billion.
2 billion Ghana cedis to cater for that.
Why here 1.5 billion
yes, 2 billion Ghana cedis.
Primary surplus every year.
Honorable Kwabena Minta Kando. Oba ye as a minister then oye wo engage mu nyina anye sa wo mo ma strike yo akoko ni bebre wo engage mu nyina wo kire mu so okay, this is the position. MPP as a government o mo de adento no o man fa road map anto ho o mo ka so be implementing 2024 manye but abai is making sure say o mo the road map to come be fa so be implementing until you should give them time. All the nurses association with the exception of Omo cost strike. Last week, the same honorable Kwabena Minta Kando involve Fair Wages and Salary Commission. Omo say invite all nurses association or affected in Embra. All of them came, but this striking nurse decided not to go. So what you say a deliberate, calculated. Not only to make the government unpopular, but to make innocent Ghanaians to die. Hey, NDC can lose power. NDC can go back to position and say when power and come back like Mahama. What about the lives of Mulusuno? One more and no more much the Abba person. You bet me the Mabankomobile. We cannot. So sometimes you are thinking about say, oh, yeah, the Abansho free. But you don't care about Sagan and Nina who was so allegiance say obey Juma Ajini Pankwan. You don't care about that person. And innocent lives and a man named of France on the doors we a man named of France doors. When I ask me hospital, there's no single hospital in Ghana or Accra here. I'll be patient or mother on a member doors in a mother. And I say member pin for doors in a man and Quada bien ho. Open crowd this kind of social bias and I say social inequalities quite affect titira a yema any mofra anything a bambia the policy bar or consider a man mofra titru and this nurses association a man dano and this is how they are behaving. And now MPP is telling NDC say government is rather doing politics out of it. A day now campus or nabo kamera minta kanda onye Papa e chopa no opa. And a finance minister and kasabem. Fair wages and salary commission for them. Labor commission for them. Even labor commission declares a strike no more. A illegal. Because you are not done with the negotiation.
But before declaration, it's enshrined.
Yes, you are not done with the negotiation. Now, Samusibu Nimunyansa, Sandness, or more president and MPP, a constituency, a chairman wife. No. Samusibu Nimunyansa, MPP catch also accept it, no be implementing. Who besides say roadmap on the way? Who say what you have to the conditions of the service in the but roadmap on the way? There should be timelines. You didn't ask for 8 good years. You didn't ask. Then the government came less than 5 months. You are demanding this, and for that matter, why I'm back? And the MPP is rather is making mockery. I'm told to say a minister Kwabna Minta Kando is urging a retired nurses. Say any midwives or more volunteer. No more Juma. MPP as a political party is rather mocking the minister and the government. Share. Now non to question Russia and to question or Ukraine. Wouldn't himself retired military men. All of them. As I join here. Say a 2 dear deal or maybe a moi. Emma or Maya or more Makwa Jim or Munina before Mako dear. Yeah. Into what is wrong, say government and unless a forcible strike. Na innocent Ghanaians ewu. Na ye way ma many a papa no more or Makwa retirement as a buwan warding. Na abanse bra never one in pankwa. MPP as opposition is rather making mockery of the minister.
A common couldn't pay well back pays from the rituals.
And can this one supposed to be coming from the opposition? If indeed MPP's interest is to care about human life. A MPP for mum no sen ko make this suggestion cry so any ya ma many papa no ma mo kwa mejemo yesre mo mumra na say the Ghana fool name MPP o many aje 100.5 because they themselves started so mo be make abana unpopular say a call demonstration or demonstration ko na flopped and to movies so this the time ye we there member crane to me anye there a national chairman to me anye there ba o me to me anye there general secretary to me anye and mabasia eye and to many age se nipa enwu anese for impenisi se we for nsa ya no ahwe wo de said ye wo pressure aban fa wo medical bill na wo ya de a wontua ka no because you are seeking that because you want to live long. You want to live a healthy life. Ope se wudi ntine che. Eninti and I say aban wo ya there aban hwe free. Nemom sa Ghana ni no a ene wawu a ye na to stretch so ya twini nya na koto mo kire honom no. Wo mo a ene egu ambulance mu a wo mo manya emergency a ensio kra yenya bi mfa ensio mo so nkrofo wu a ye twi nkrofo kunu afunu kosa no. Omo so ye Ghana 47 a komo so edi aduane ni bia nkeye entene na den komo so nya bi di a nkeye enka nyini nche no komo so nya bia nkeye omo so abusuafo se de owo abusua no omo so wo ma said ya wo ma no abusuafo bi da wo mo said ya wo abusuafo bi da wo no enti wadwuma wo nya wo enti wawu no ka hu se twedi ampo nyankopon da achu bebusa wo ni kro no mo jade afiri.
That's it. Live on Accra 100.5 FM. The Samuel Hunto, broadcast journalist. Na Motene, and of course we've been joined by another spectacular man. Kwadwe boa. Ohwe na ho fade na obi nka nkyere osem frem apa bi bono. Enche. Some say nyina na appointment. It's a BDA contract and he makes sense with that. You know. Yeah, the say
as a contract me say create the enabling environment.
No, the point I'm making is
say business and flourish.
No, me say me gi two more dey say nyina na appointment. Obi kura debate my contract. Obi dey so enabling environment.
Good.
Whichever way me maame awo no me ba and we me nua na me here. Charles McCarthy, bra.
Na no.
Na piaga no. Sa kwa no e hwan.
So wona woni mu.
Eminim onyusu na dwenkora menim ontro nyansa sema menkan da oh wajimi dodo odi akọ ni nyanko
oside
wensu mu waste time
na waka
mira ko ni ye adwense ye be Ghana ye ni wa
na mincha na mincha wati fo nya fo mincha same kwajo amini umashia nanu sati dan you you be a visit
and Ategya my refi I want to basana oh sorry say I was on a personal mom breakfast and no my refi
nana
yeah
as a mati same
kontem na sam uma kwadwu abu ankasa
makano obebum politics a strategy and strategy say one plan here we do the kind of plan they get it about communication ministry some as about or can or church yes if we are be odika. But the fact of the matter is communication need to say because he's one of the ministers that you're very active when it comes to social media. What I say, Facebook, Twitter, you didn't know also. And you know, the bad. I don't know. I want to clarify and then tell me this is saying I know you're not baby actually. Do you get it? You own it to yourself. To do this thing, through Facebook, I explain a boy, but you were near. I say, found one. Yes, it will stick.
That's right.
Stay. That is one thing that's so moving. As to MPP strategy, I mean, politics is a strategy. Politics is all about strategy. Make your opponent unpopular.
That should be an evil strategy.
It depends on what you define as evil. What do you see as evil? I may not see it as evil. Evil is relative. If you like, subjective.
Communim how our massage say, you say retired nurses and midwives. Now we munya young come on, Nenko and peso. Is that what you call strategy?
It is obedience strategy.
That is an evil strategy.
When we said some years back, a NDC national chairman was up per se. Ministers we want more than how comes him. Yeah, approve of money now. So we want to make my papa. You make opposition this bit number. They are the papa.
That is a bad strategy.
Thank you. A national chairman. That I'm not a general chairman. Yeah.
Strategy is a strategy. There is no bad strategy and there is no good strategy.
You think so?
What until the strategy gives you results. If a bad strategy can give you results, that is all. Because your goal, your aim,
to become Nipenya resource as a strategy.
Point of correction. As a general secretary, national chairman, you're receiving Kitty. Yes, Kwajo making intervention. And I made my point of order. As some more kind say, can Ofriata nya, ye can Ofriata, young for NDC name and man finance minister. The same MPP noir, the same MPP noir, and then about beto and 2 months no monko that's point of correction.
Thanks for the intervention. We are not
you sue how come say
how come say you need one and get the arabisu na baba
what's your mom nya
na just
be na MPP one
but me enti wo na kura platform no kwajo no hunto bi enkura
dabi mu wo
o de manenko enka topics
MPP
manenko
how come say nya
me ba cho yenko o de medum mic na ma medum mic no
one po jade
me so is it the tendency a strategy
I feel the country agrofake
election winning a strategy and you know obi no plan and they say obi make you unpopular. Do you think sir it is for joke in January February is it not March and NPP call first demonstration against this government? I think for demonstration that way yeah March how many months into government?
2 months.
Very good.
2 months.
Do great. That is the point. A BBI strategy. You see, they chip away your credibility in political strategy. Oh. Today, NDC and your mama is standing tall. A stature is big, humongous, kakraka. So I say, to fall them, you need to chop it little by little. I say, until ever 2028, now what my class in every is the whooping at the anana cut off. What do I say?
It was about
2028 didn't root. It's almost sharp and kakra. Until I might try severally and far. The only thing I offer,
yeah,
a year, sir, 1 Ghana CD increment. And I say, Apro no, I am more resistance no, that pushback and a back. Other than that, be or muye be amfa.
Oh, 1 CD is everything fine.
Yeah, they are not promising.
1 CD way.
Mama me kwama me nka masem and I know some about correct me.
Can
The correct way but 1 CD there, chair. I'm fine.
You see, who the adiba na ye dituma, who say ya jet. But the adiba na reaction, pushback near more. You say there's a pushback. These are the things that will make government. Sir, 1 Ghana CD on liter and you're popular.
Accra FM.
But Maka say you're popular. It is your opinion. But I'm telling you from where I sit, it is not a popular decision.
And you're popular because even Mahama said it's difficult.
See,
but necessary.
But I'm say popular.
When I say popular?
A while ago.
Yeah, I say popular.
And I'm okay.
I say difficult but necessary.
You see, it is not about it being difficult and necessary. It's about being realistic. 2010, near war challenges our energy sector. And I'm buying obey until 2015. No more these are energy sector levy. ESLA Act 889. I don't know if I'm correct.
Yes, 889.
889. A buyer and a tray how to take name my society. There is energy sector recovery levy. I 49 pesos on every liter. From 2016, I didn't share your GDR basin there. You get it? Your GDR basin there. What has changed? Then yet me a trio. A dent in a canaba. Are you getting me right? I know too. A kaba. Meanwhile, a mrawa why you see a dimra. And a gigi. Ye didi sikawe ya ye dikotua ekawe ya shamrawo ye didi sikawe e di akotua eka ye di enti e di granti na ye sandika santremu ni mai.
Can you ask the question again? Pose the question.
The purpose of ESLA was that ye wo ye dika the one as ye dika be ye ne wo ho den about 1.5 billion and a dika. In order to retire our debt, no?
Yes.
Your budget on every liter be 49 pesos.
Yes.
Need your kutia. from 2016, ebesi now you can say. The debt has rather ballooned.
Yes.
From Babia, a war around 1.5 billion, and then on $3.1 billion. Neya bisa ya who say, Naya Geno, with the Ayading.
I don't know how to
And Yabai.
I buy at this 6 months.
No, you see, I buy and buy or take you over.
No.
Now,
Bonito no be outing.
no. My main, I buy take you over. It is for the government to tell me, Niwo. Say, yeah, Gigi, yeah, Esla Baye, do my year corner scene the work counted. You buy ye, I'm better to see. And I had the car, and to see it, Yaka. It is not for me to come and do it here because I don't have the facts.
Your more education is somewhere.
What I say? Meaning that fact. Ya buy a Juma. So, Baby Tremu, Nentia, Yaji Eslano, Now, up to now, I can't near any. Say a misapplication of funds, sir. One necessary holding the responsible. If it is misappropriation, why unnecessary holding?
But as your capacity and what you do, him say the ESLA was collateralized. So, we are aware.
Is it true that it was collateralized?
Yes, it was collateralized.
Say, as some normal country and
yes, some collateralized ESLA.
Was that the law?
Certainly no.
It's Hanam Ranitary. Yanti Hanama Yarga, and now we are majority leader in parliament, a drag finance minister buyer on this same issue. We were two of us. Say, a man money who crying. Say, on Yania, why? What has been done about it? I know too. Say, ECG, mo studio high light to call offer. And mo prepaid in the sign a bedroom. Say, ECG by catcher say, oh, yeah, handicap in collecting revenue. Is it Mimini Woyaka? You see it here. Must you transfer ECG's inefficiency onto the consumer?
Ideally, no.
But this is one of the reasons. Into a cover. No what? Say IPPs no koto light no. What koto one bag. Now what we do say a short one. Is it my concern? And if I'm home, how is that my problem?
We near my papa as an comdigu aquam, and a man fangu, and a new government abe face it into 1 year day.
Yeah, treaty government is government. I hear means separate government. Government is government.
But you have to separate.
I am coming.
We'll be in the region.
Me drew on. Abai, to be able to come and tell me, say, why this is a tia kakrabuano? What do? Nana? You engage me.
Okay.
As a stakeholder. You engage me as a citizen. You engage me as somebody who gave you power. I've given power to you to go and govern. If you face challenges, what do?
Come back to me.
You return to me. That's it. This is the problem I'm facing. This is the reality on the ground.
You're right.
It has become necessary, say,
right.
The Bayer increment.
You're right.
The increment now, you be for 3 years, for 4 years, for 5 years. You bet me that Tisakawi.
It's education.
You take on you be here.
That's right.
You say. Anka ebia 1 liter bia obia entua 1 cedi. Entua 1 cedi or liter bia so how many years? Any betimi dia tisa aka we afi wo. Eni tese wudi obuo amame.
Okay.
One for many one anya phone. Umu mi kwasea.
Okay.
One to me ankyere. Abra yentimamufo. You better fuel 1 liter ya tua ho 1 cedi. No mo aban, omo wa ban mu na. Ye mpanyifo na ye ditumi share wo mo nsa no. A omo nto fuel no. Omo metua 1 cedi ni bia na.
Legitimate question.
And into no coupons are ye di ma or mono. Ya year fiwana. Because a crucial time, a difficult time,
You
we
know,
all
I'll
need
be a
to
bre-
contribute. And tia nano present my team, my care, or sacrificing the salary, me boy, the 3 months or 6 months.
6.
A shiny ministers will be on day and fabi and two. Or more, or my debonne now, or man declare more asset, no. Or punish you almost say you forfeit your, is it 3 months salary, me boy.
Yeah.
That is it. In difficult times, you show leadership. In showing leadership, decide, let us know. Who buy a back as a moody 1 CD, can't just do. And then, yeah, ma, obia coupon bill.
And now see, your mouth, it do, and your mouth.
Yeah, ma, do saying. Who they do ya then? And no, now, I'm bold do nurses of way.
What the other?
No, because it's a make us a high. Me who tears Samia, because of fire constitution as we shall all be treated equally. Who craft first degree, me craft first degree. I didn't think I would treatment better than me, dear. So what I say, Anna, your constitution, but it be say essential service. How essential is this service or not? And you're subject for another day. Because next is for Timmy patients even before demonstration we back. And I strike me back.
I know you to the stream, but of course, only
Almost share madness a patients would there be a recklessness, carelessness, be a almost your pre when you know, and Marabia knew what a chill almost say, who be careless, reckless, now who be bad, or be back, or be my mare. As I said, a marine would me what? Is there any law?
You can sue them.
Sue who?
Then
Who has sued somebody in this country was succeeding? We are talking as if we were America. Who kasa as if say Canada now? We have visa Ghana now. Ghana or Muria man for ma. Unless it's way. Some of them collaborate with people and still children at best. I mean the tia me wa. Kolebu I what evidence that yes they shouldn't even come. How essential is the next Awori Obiba? I have been able to address it. Let me deal with the issue. I'll come there and I'll come there. You see, I know too.
in here.
Enti eyobuo. I feel so kwanya asa 1 Ghana on liter. A fast to buy no. Aban didn't treat Ghanaian fairly. There have not been that respect for Ghanaians. Obi a watch boss say your komu bu enti wo ba be yi levy. Wo ba ye waji. Who did tax actually your boss by September there? Now, COVID-19 there never was no be here for my want to you. Kakaso mudi ba import duty levy. You will work on it.
Once it in the door, someone now say engagement. What is your position?
Because government have not demonstrated no willingness to contribute to paying this debt.
But hold on.
One,
the same government you're talking about non-commitment, you know. And a day fan will no go free 16 about 12.
Ghana.
Mama kwai.
Soko John Kasai.
Enya ban.
Nearby. Okay.
Fuel na ya tison. Ye nyina ye nim se dollar ne ahonde the dav e dey timi. Ya bo aban aba so afo zama dollar. Dollar no call from na we have. You know like policy say me the thief and go so.
Now how na dollar no buy for?
And then say who person would tiso so what tiso no you have subsidized.
Very well. Very well. Proceed, bro.
You see the issue here is that me maka Messia Kabu. So yeah, now guys, we are 1 gallon into 1 city. It will make sense. And can unya pushback.
It's about 45 pesos per liter.
Yes, see, and more quite the dear Maya, Mummy.
In JB.
Abba. Yeah, 49 pesos. How many years? 2016, BC, 2020. Yeah, who soon fast to be. Was me increasing. I go 1 CD 49 pesos. Without explanation. Without explanation. Who does that? So be a disika. Share your board reset. Are you resetting? Are you going after those people? I don't know. Pass it, Kanamai. ECG do my year 2 ECG because of the cat 60 billion. Me what? And then I can't buy.
Close to 70 billion.
And then I can't buy. Who is accounting for it? Who at ECG and they are accounting for that mess? The discussion will sub. Now we are not a kaba. Won't you answer?
But is it not because this was passed under certificate of agency? Intinabia, sir, the Ahuhari or something.
But that is what I'm asking you. Certificate of agency Ghana, your cocoon. Are we in Ukraine? Who is fighting who in this country? This time I know journalist is running. Everybody is free. But the agency paying. No, what is the agency? I want to know. Agency.
Say be a send a
agency. I talk of for some near
Dumsor Levy and the embassy be do.
Let's get serious.
You know.
No man, ya nimre. E bia ni say implementation no and now advancing medical system or dream say system for no kwebeba so a. Do you get it? Don't do this thing to spoil good image our building within these 5 months. Our building very good image that are very difficult for opposition to attack you.
Now do we have a bomb?
Now do we have a bomb? Who do we have bomb? Now and then nama necessary they have been emboldened. You know,
good governance is not always about policies, sir. And for any.
I mean, oh, Kasanami to studio ha.
Wakasache.
So thank you.
Wakasache.
Una your host. You see, Nana, what be here to be able abaso? For the first time in the history of this country, pressure be top at the town forces so mon boss. If you are enjoying this goodwill, why would you want to do this to yourself? And then crowd tells us who be bought when them what you say. Yeah, they can't no cry natural move.
Okay.
No matter you don't let them continue to do. But I'm telling you, that this pushback, is massive. If you underestimate it, it is your own cup of tea.
Very
for
well.
some of us, we will tell you what it is. As for the nurses, their pamper man
for 2 minutes, we are necessary.
their pamper man for when I saw what they were demanding, and then the onupo, omoma 4, omuye 18 and below. So when you're up to 23 years, no was school or yarea, as a sit abandoned free.
It's in their collective bargain agreement. Either say don't ready and no money say.
Hi. I don't go next way. Now, nurse need nurse better know your hospital.
Oh, you can't say that. Please.
It's a question. Help me. Is it not a question? If you know, help me.
From reception
Nurse
to
in
general
diagnosis.
OPD to taking vitals to arranging bed to assisting doctors to suturing a crew, they do a lot. They do a lot.
Masa, mama level 300 for no.
No, yeah.
So much practical. In the meantime,
Since 2019, next falling now, now fee.
Maybe go feel.
Since 2019.
let them come and work.
That was Samir's position.
Those who want to work, let them come and work. Those who
Let
want
any women ready.
go in the so man for your beer pot.
I don't want to go Ghana for.
Your beer pot is here. If you want to keep your job, come to work because per the act the law is clear. If you are providing the non-essential, essential services, you don't even go on strike. Not this inhumane way of striking. It is a what we are. Government must be decisive once and for
The
all.
law for that state says so NLC no must compel them
As for
to
NLC,
a compulsory
one
arbitration.
toothless, useless
Oh,
agency. One of my muha.
I'm from you.
Oh, forget them. Forget them. NSC must be proactive and stop their reactionary tactics.
Very well.
But see, a buy must be decisive
Okay.
once and for all.
Now, and Oba Bontain, Oba Beka, we know. And you be a obi na council no be kan say oba be kan obi anya antiase ya ba ne so when set minister and the data boy dey data ne boy dey mre bi abide da no was no form kakra ba wonu buy na dey e cost na ne ye ka it kwa be no be fa so betu ama na ba form mutima say and wo dey buy and
yes anka say you pay value for money
and by force wo dey finance minister and then say the channel una say we una set minister una dey be come we dey be call a cabinet meeting say cabinet e bia say ni challenge me manya o me sector ni enti kwa be dey betu ngafa no mu na trance adwendwene ho na say okay na bia finance minister we dey boy ni table no na bia yin bibi say so fine na what we set minister ade enye wo ho no ma wo expect say finance minister na oto no bibi o na eso kwa enwo adwuma
me pa chama me point of order me correctio say the minister
and wo ba wo ka me ba na wo ka sama me nka
say e be sabre na atwam ye
obi no get obi
educate that day me ka
na we ba na ya wi we no I minister no energy minister no
30 seconds
energy minister do nebusu
me ba no wo wi no
energy minister
no electrician
you are comparing apple to alugunju
what are you talking about
that day no make sure we say e bia na wonya we make na so be can make say honorable Sam George
we other time discuss it let's speak to the topic
obi tie kwadwo sesi a ebi obese
make point I mean
point of correction
also making a point
the first time our communication issues by yeah this Sam George to on one radio so was so nimu every in the following week oba no start say all level eniema e ma me pose suspect I don't go chi an meeting
and
also there you are trans a check eniema who say na say ko and then fine but at the end of the day and na say ko me hu ni sa
very well
Mama make me point.
I'll clarify.
The question is say, and be on me sector minister. Bibi nkoya, me ma only not to communication. Me ma ma me bo akando di as akando head and am bo. One on the bebo di din. It's a negotiation there be bia on kwa bia so on the sofa. That day me ko find DSTV issue by and am bo. DSTV kokko ba. And see whatever so be fa kwa ba bia no a communication minister in the check. And omo dey head pa. E kwa ba no be fa so betimi ni company na transia. Adwendwene wo se bia say ni e ko no. E kwa ba no be fa so betimi dey. Every month and every week we am tumu no betimi dey aba form. Now no matter negotiation no makasa. And am bo. Enu nyina wo se wonyintum because enyo no e fa ba bi. E ko ba so e che ni sector say. Me no ka say omo ye Uber drivers omo ye. Obi twika ayi Uber ayi no I want to know. I want to paper. I want to petrol. Only 30%, 25%. You can want some one else to me. If it's one else
communication.
Yeah, Gabio, I work for your communication.
Transport.
And transport. And the transport
means but we no app no.
App no communication.
That's what I'm saying.
But when no so drivers say transport. It is a corridor number. And say we say nya. E wait to about for.
Okay.
What I say.
But I think that point is settled.
Some no communicator.
That point is settled.
Communication director.
That point is settled.
NCU say me. What was it? Say communication ministry and some people be can say. But oba me am me kuma energy minister. New sector no yes more. E ho teacher that dey. Oba no afa say oprokwa na wo we no. Mewa anya fine. Mewa me no ka say light of na say o come near madam.
No look. Yeah, more jina po abaso.
What coming near
madam? Is it like me hodum be 3 weeks ejina so light me light off ni. Yeah, more jina po abaso o ye juma. Jina po ye juma.
E tie ba no obi sector nya. Why your process me say we say o for my PR honum.
We say PR juma no ye.
Kojo is misinforming the listener.
That's
the point.
Kojo, please, now go to no obenya o chance no clear. Yeah, that point is made. Yanko topic no so.
Yanko topic. Me the topic they have me on next.
Uni answer about kind news. Into them person.
Remember me 5 minutes I know that. Na no so anya ma twenya so be ka we dey o ka ya mpon de. Won to book ni.
So be ka sa dey on to book no.
Oni mi bi nana. Me next for no mo ye me nwa. Ghana ni e wo no. Nurse ni bia busuani eni Afghanistan na Kuwait o ye nyina ya busuafo me no ka se bia ma busuani bia nurse samia busuani bia nurse e chance bi si afia e de say
me ni akra
na condition ani ma se ka ye na mo so ye pa de papa bi adia ka me kan ha me woni ba akopɔ mo pɛ se bia mo se be ensemfo
we
se ayi fa se kwalebu abansu na esi o so be no obi on first floor e allowance obi o take allowance e man
Height
e obi o
allowance.
che inside ono so o base ni mu no e allowance de man no height ni ade no because se dan ni bu oba bi o che no betu egu what sansan fun what be that
Oh, that-
ku adwuma kwa grade dey bebu ho
Oh, simple say.
nsɛmfo wa kwa adwuma grade height ho na o beto che se na onim de am nwanwa omo so apɛ tools allowance omo ko electrical technicians omo the screwdriver ne ayi testers ne pliers ne koya na adwuma na wo ye no wo kwa wo mfa wo bi bia nka ho
Your good fire water.
de okwa atare po nya odia
No, but their nurses somewhere na tomata there.
e wa ifa atare no ye provide atare mo mo bi eno an se ade a wo de kwa ye ka ho an se bia wanda well o pant ne bia inner well atare na shon pa abide watch visa abokoko abide bi bia ko adwuma bia abide na de ba eti wo pay tools allowance for what na buani eto ne agije nkrofo so what ma say ama nkrofo ewurade Yesu Kristo me say Ghana for be ngwili Ghana for una man po de na ye to ne agije ntokwa ba man na be wukase say ne se jambo ne ntokwa mpo ba so mu mpa ya mu nwini Ghana for na on say nurses omo Ghana e be say 80% ya ma na meboa e me ma ne kakra bi sam ayi na na otu ni ma ko omo sa pe metu omo me se so omo ni ma ni bi wonu ma e tan e
I'm some pedem bio.
se onu omo wo we se ne ba wu ana onu no wu ana ni kun wu a e se ma ne 1,500
cities.
yes na wo pe 1,500 then ada nya yi funeral ayi ni insurance ni wo wo nim se owu a e se won ko insurance for
You are not being fair to them.
fair to who ya tuo na ya insurance e cover ne ma bebre etu so
That's
wo condition of service that's how to wo mu na pe bibia
1,500.
wo ba wu a se ma 1,500 for wo ku wo ma ada enti se ma no se ska no te so mo ko ne ko mo kire ade papa bia e ka me ni hawo eni mo pedi nyina nyansa ni bia mu
Oh.
na not that can kind of crank about the crazy. Mountain Penny for patch of a nipa like they're fine. But at the end of the day, the money unim, Madame for nurse be. Me no can say any mammy yari. This is that's not pay your man so Nico Qualibu. And then no one even say, whoa. What as I said, Oka home. What we account the fear won't call you man yashi. At the end of the day, I didn't wait a woman Timu Amu Yadia. You have some pie boy every bonze. Moon for moon baby for Nasa never wing nana. Wouldn't say buying a car. Ghana a bike Emrano. Ye to 20 years and I go for Saudi wing number. Oh, big idea was school where lecture, but some per setting allowance, paper market allowance. Now, what I think I wouldn't name a market and also name a market. Now, let me put a question. What should be at the other market now? This is a man allowance. Now, no about no one negotiating. Or market, you will be at exams and I be no market. No, there's some allowance. One more market, I guess what transfer.
Yet, it's Yanaka for the chile. Yanaka for marking.
What should I be then? As any Padanga results, what to be calling him. Some may per sitting allowance. Nene ke gina honeka make. Ni agije niema bi so saa na niema na bro yeso. Yet crow wem obi ye police ni obi ye soldier ni. What ma say? Apart from say entokwa besi abroche soldier for gima mo Ghana na e dey yin. Soldier ni o from kra ni pe a waginya de keto because o kretu eso no. Soldier ni te be ma camp, what me share camp, on try electricity be, on try water be, share nipa be police for the same thing. Who quaff barracking in our police for you know, pure water and blocks, block. To do Nima police station war, who do Lego Honma, who do Medina Honma, and so on your tonic as I know to Darko. Emra phobia ni atans ni ahyehyɛ na affecting crofobia. Eti crofobia obi so to obeka dabi. The way we mu gina say so to me hwɛ to agibi. Sa wo medical doctors, ya mo hospitals. Now share condition of service and near my demo more na ebro so dodo when you account the nurses for not transfer na nurse for leaders no sabi nyansa na any leaders ni team omo ye bibia omo nwene ho mu obi negotiate ade previous administration ni one aba wose bra better na musa mu na hwe niema ni ehu kwai be fa so a wose o de wa me we kai no wanti me no ni hwe ye eso implementation nyansa wo we mu
obi en ho kro be implement
the question am musa no mo ya me yakase o sabi anyado yes say the bear man fi pade na bo ba no what ma say say yabam say man nyansa wo fom kakra what ma say next for ya ma ye hu say man nyansa wo fom bra na de na si no na me nim
maybe
what say
maybe
infantry back when could define your from
maybe no
and to the makamati maybe no what ma say ade na mo ye nyansa ni mu ba kokra
ko poku agima yo ba
yet to crow we mu ya gege ko o parliament o ka ho mu gu parliament yet no ka say speaker of parliament oko 32 years anambwa wagi as dash maku 32 yet one cancel da
be 1 32
What is it? Mark
say 4.
Okay, 4 years.
8. Obeji 8.
I didn't that's what 8. I'm ready to be some fast one so. Yet 20 I give you almost nipa ba a minister, the driver, the house boy, the garden boy, the dogs, the shirt, the bibia.
I'm a batim allowance.
Na Otu Darko sa niam
Say ne batim tia.
So obi te one minute of share obi dia woje one ni nyina na call school na anu ya na man minister eniam aye dey sa man fie o one so ntan tia niam ni bi
Asemo.
on tia bibia o eti beden obi so to one so pre bibi foforo ye te kro we nu nkofo ayi foi judges Supreme Court judges one all ye juma na so be retire ye nyina retire sister no so mo ko say 70 years ana me boa
Judges here 70
years. Now, Otu Darko 70 years. 70 years now. 70 years now. Why they? 70 years now. I don't know. Every 4 years, be your as Dasha. Now, Otu Darko. What's happening? You're saying.
Nancy be any.
One form which is.
In fact, Embrane say Dasha no plan yanka umbe bi mu. Near the job.
Dasha ya kwanya.
Akwanya you are not returning.
Dabi.
What's some of my navy no? Near job kwanya. That's Dasha.
Etika parliament dey. Ese timi transe. Wo ba ku ne agya kwa ba bie mu a ene ne akwa ngya.
Agya kwa awie.
Agya kwa awie. Oti Supreme Court e be agya kwa idea. E ya pension pay. Wo kwa ne akabo mu ne ya kwa nkwaja aire ama. Se wo mu ti o de hwe enko ayi say. Now acting Chief Justice. Wo ko o tenye 208.
Kwa ya che.
Oda so si wo. Akwankwaja ya MPC call for years. Ni nyina agya hwe ogine die nyina. Na aka so bi to na so ogene na so no so e wo bibi on so krapa on so nim se ne die na e ho hia ono so fa de fun bi ameto
ni journalist adwuma ye be ya ofri mu a obi a esgracia o he
adenam
teacher ni esgracia be no nya
dia bi yampo ni se nipa na on ne e Supreme Court na ono no ba no akwache na tare no da metra ko nyanso wo pepa dem wo chesi ho ye bibia esgracia mo dia mo kadi nyina na e move 4 years a ye che matin na kakra mo obi a no mafa mo hyemra e de mamo ho e ma bibia favor mo nko a anhwe obi to no so be transfer bibi wonim so e mo kyerema wo mo kye so ba bi o wona se bi mo se bi anya do niam nko ye no wonim so ofi on obi antiment on so de bibi conditions be ba mema same
be so ho me so na ma same 5 na wasian to aso
man kan same ba mu a enye yi
okay
because me kasa me ba no same sa kasa bi
all right
se onye obi a ne appointment and then these foot soldiers I almost appointment no more pay ne say to niema ne say niema ko yi a obi a ho betuma to no same
man kan say to niema mesi e bia na
obi be enabling environment
but na juma o ye no pay enabling environment e be man business
yeah
that's what I
say no to niema yi no enabling environment o de brofu hu ne hura en kura rodo
ana hura ni pasa
enabling environment yen man niema to de brofu hu ne hura isa
what you want to kasa asem we ama panimu bi to one mo to Jubilee House wo tie program yi sesa ensentra for ni adade mpo bi ampehwe nipa brand ho akasa bebre adwuma na ho no ma obi nyansi ye kwa communication director mami nwie
ma misinformation
mani
NDC mabru for no and one ma NPP for ni lead o because of a sebi o mu twato
so many we am support no
mani a sebi o mu twato ho no enu ntino ebe ma hwe esa papa we ya kwato abama
na media for the appointment
57%. Ya sabi o musabi anya na appointment kete no ye be nkrofo fi oni de nkrofo hihye won mo nya how many of us na betimi anya wo be hihye papa o metimi atima enter awura mu kwakonya bibi wo dudu osai wo betimi ya mamu oni bibia kama adon de obi won mo a so wan fana hye ba bia na wo anya bibia anya hwe ni obetimi aye mame mo example NDC previous omampani ni previous the first time no ukọ national security omo fa omo nyina na Otu e wonim se anya mo permanent emra MPP ba no saki omo nyina MPP nkrofo form national security nyina ya omo nyina permanent omaka
nkrofo
titi omo nya yie nkrofo ni na kofie ya ba ya fa obi an ko chemu bi na se sebia mu area mpo no be guard area
enso ya
adwuma bosume so obi anya bibi kakra nya ha ne yeba kisha mra ama obi akotwen wo fie ana bibi na nipa de koto aba 57% no at least mu 50
obi hu bi keka
dabi ya wo mo ti radio so ya ko banyo obi anya appointment
aduan na ye mra no ye nyina na efite mu ebe ben nyina
bi ye nkoko di ada ye ba ye ma appointment ye hia mo nya appointment ye hu ana the dressing na change bi omo hu mi mpasesa body ni mpasesa won de ka change appointment nye Why the catcher say more be enye? Afa ne eba be bie ama what akokuto obi anim. Akopa the chance say dem say nyado. Me mercy, me pese aye no. Your man bibi ne be ya, your mom. Me enka bibi ntu panifo ni tim. No mo mo pra so mo nye. Your mom nya we. Someone pointing from one microphone nya djuma. No obi anya bibi ni. No obi antimi ko nanim. Na ndi 57.
Sami atu bra wa bre yi. You do.
Can I
they can give you something else to do your this thing.
I think say yeah, djuma dey important as program important. But but would they just give me, let me I need to clear some some misconception. One. I hear na me tiasema me kan say.
My so man.
This pro NDC media and I say omo tena radio so am defending no. So obu say obi ase de na nipa nepa e bia obi mpe appointment. Is that not what I said? Whatever I said is on record. Opa after this show meba after this tie when you asma me kind say grassroots na ba me say many of the grassroots tie me west ni ye na me ado me nyini santi de me kind bia me kind asma me kind say grassroots ni bi on ma they are fighting for us, and indeed I appreciate the support they have for us. Some of them are fighting say identity and some of us yenya appointment because when MPP came,
which is a legitimate
they gave tie de me kano. When MPP came, they gave appointment to Ankrofua, no more propagating for MPP.
Okay.
And I can say yes, appointment is good, but say beer, say Abani Bisawo, and I'm citing Charles McCarthy as example.
1 woman 5 minutes. No,
allow. This is everything you are saying here is on record.
Mr.
Me so Charles McCarthy pose e bi abani busa Charles McCarthy say wadwuma wa here for the past 12 years. I wonye card bearer member of the NDC, but why you adwuma NDC? E dey na pa. E bi a Charles McCarthy tie.
What busa Charles?
She na make
no
she na make
hold on near some kind no can in a positive life but because he created an impression say as a pro NDC journalist no we bring home no they don't need appointment.
You say you say
what he said was that some look
and I'm say me na man tias here
say omo person omo free media no and to acquire appointment.
I think he also made
Obejin appointment no, but there are others
be on appointment.
What the McCarthy?
How is it difficult to comprehend this? Master. You see, Nana, Kwaju, you see. Samitiasi. Tiasma mekai. Opa yem fre NDC media for ye adwuma ma NDC fo nyina. Na ye misa obi. And you will be an Abeka for appointment. But the point I was making is say, so we engage in the panwa, say be a diana or pa, a be an Panabecas one pair appointment. A be of a me pay way, outside the appointment. But we shouldn't limit, say, the only thing the government can do to support anybody is to give appointment. That is the point I want to make. That's one. Another one. Let me clear this. Another one on air, Sam George. Yeah? Yes. John Jinapo Matinaha I present John Jinapo when Mahama ain't take you over and that's what take you over Sabra na Dumsor hangi Ghana fokum John Jinapo any Mahama or me adwuma me ba tie mami kama sem na me nye robot me nye robot I'm a human being me a very objective so why ya de born ne na ma be kan kire se wo kina o be ya de papa me condemn. That is not how I operate. Me objective reasoner and our objective thinker. That's why I do my things. When George Jinapo I sat here and praised him. When George Jinapo turned himself say a debt collector, I feel on the darker at the independent power producers. I sat here and criticized him. That doesn't mean say John Jinapo the papa now. Me time praising. Sam George Oba minister then buy Fianco as a wine Radio Gold on Beshat NCA. That was the issue, and all of us, especially Bisabana Radio Gold. I spoke against it, the appointment. Man speaking against Sam George, I spoke against the appointment of that person. That doesn't mean say Sam George be Nejuma as a sector minister. Now there's a misconception. because say makasetia NC appointment no I should told the same way. No, what we were saying is say now mo say DSTV data boy subscription boy na make a say DSTV no omo service provider and I say agency regulating no NCA, but NCA doesn't have control over how much DSTV should charge because Ghana we don't have price control regime. That's the point I said. And I'm Mr. Kacha will say data now in the boy no. Or no as a sector minister Sam George no. The only thing he can do is to tell the minister of finance the power to reduce or to abolish taxes. Everything I said is record. Who permit me video no I watch now. Tax in internet data no cost no as a communication minister no need power to abolish any tax. Name of a finance minister. And Sam George and Sam George as a sector minister has done his part. I could do honorable massa. I sat here, I heard him because Sam George has done his part. I'm a minister and I are aware. Now we are waiting for honorable Ato forcing to decide whether or not set taxes no ama data cost so much. This is what I said. Everything is on record. And if you like opa put your opa me say nana se kodopa nana se kodopa let kodo put his credibility. Hold on what's me bua nana kodo what's me bua put your credibility on the line. Oh tie na me so me credibility on the line. Na yanko puli that video no that day near tena kai ni dia me kai na so da kan nya no kra na ya fa no nto nchen no sila. Now let me go to Charles McCarthy. Charles McCarthy raised a lot of issue about ESLA.
Sorry, Mr.
Obisa questions baby. Now we need to
no but I'm not saying you me ma Mr. Hold on me because do that within 3 minutes no Nana no nya rebata on the time no you say a lot of things
about tax. Nana one ESLA na Charles McCarthy bisa said the ESLA near then ESLA yes here the ba say the ba betua energy sector debt. Mahama Efri Abamu 2017 na Ghana there was about 5.something billion dollars. Sabe now for exchange now it was about 10 said now we can see the best this one. And Mahama the ESLA ne buy. When Akufo-Addo MPP came, what did they do? They used the ESLA and the Kwakwa raise bond. When they took the money, what did they use the money for? They used the money for different things. 2021 they used ESLA sika about 2.3 billion Ghana cedis edukotia senate e kan na buy the senate but oh mami me can say the kan na yo I'm just trying to know make sure say we set some record deep street who person who dey this can here 2022-2021 MPP aban used 2.3 billion Ghana cedis yes kan we say edukotia ECG 4 ka omode edukotia senate. And so they misuse the ESLA proceed. Now a good government the biggest challenge of this government is energy sector. Because and that is over $3.5 billion. And this is not a car media to us 20 years no. You need to set this economy through. When MPP came, power producers no petrol mo di adwuma fuel mo di adwuma no the government decided so on be provided fuel ne dia mo. Meanwhile the government didn't pay and without the fuel no they cannot operate. Enti abaya oye nyansani ba ye watimi aboa ama petrol boss wa kofom Ghana fo nyina agitum abani say I need a tax to pay said ye be ya on petrol kofom no ubenya nkane aso benefit nana Ghana ha yenko the history of the we as tax and Ghana ha tax ben abandi aba Ghana fo nyina abo na baso say tax we the Ghana for agitum ye betua. There has never been any tax imposition Ghana for na say we as obi agitum tax tua ye ya. And you cannot say because the government didn't do broader consultation because of that the tax say be senseless and I say can say insensitive. No, you are wrong about that. Are you expecting say government interest in energy sector no debt in pilot na e kan nya kase ne na dumsum na obisa say ECG4 yes ECG aban adwuma ni aban adwuma ko say ECG boka me ni wo ne betua because aban dia you are talking about Crawford bi o ma mismanage ska yes but na mami musa say wo ko fie na wo koto say am robber abafie wa bo yiri tuo ana wo betuo da moja mu a owu a if you have time to save wa nana who do you do would you obefa obana ko hospital na chire wa kope amroba na tina na say ubeja no wa chesi amroba na ko china ma oba na wu emu de na obeye
so you take care of your family
very good and if a government aba no one say this is the biggest threat energy sector meanwhile oncrophobia or ma mismanage now the government is investigating na no tia na how many times to call NIB the government is investigating Muhammad Dubik. How many times I question statement?
Okay, thank you.
So the government should just leave the power. No question Crawford. No, that's the education we need to do. And let them moon to and I make a just say more moon to futuro and firm Ghana for any.
Kwajo, Samia we.
Mema kasa na ama Samia ba. Aduma Samia we.
Na we kwajo sir. Kwajo time.
Is it a responsibility? Is it his responsibility?
We sit here. We educate, we inform and entertain.
So I ask
you will be a Juma as a minister. By answer betna the same Juma na we sit here to educate.
Don't sit here and get the impression say obi about misinforming.
If you don't know, if I don't know anything, yet here I was so correcting me.
I ask legitimate questions.
So meaning bibi na kwajoni mo so correcting me. But when you raise these issues, say
Act 899 no. Say obi vary the purpose of the act. What do you do?
Nana, and I make sure say all these people are cast on my barino. They are under investigation. That doesn't mean say the government should wait. Say young Kwachi Muhammad Dubik and sorting that problem. The government
it's your turn now. It's your turn now. Madam Hunter Mike, Madam Charles Mike. It's your turn, but you
they are some of your crime and just
no. It's a fact finding platform. You educating for me, so don't allow them to misinform the
platform. No can you
whatever they will say, I'll report.
Oh yeah, remember can use no hair.
But where you can say they all kind of different. What am I say? Nana, me das mami come ni. Woni me, na me ni ame ba na makati, me ba to makati na o kasa. Nana sadi we tax an ka ba yi. En kan yen tokwa bia na kan say ko tax no. Ba ye good. Say nyina better na ko bia ati. Nana no say the tax we ba yi. Woni so mo pass ya na mo otie. Tax otie a day or 2 days before.
That's me Jwa Hanum ka say they should do education before passage. I was mad.
What am I say? NPP for ya money on ko tran dem. E ko plan ye bibia I committee members na mo ko trans no. Na na so mo propose say o 4 series ma. On so mo fa mo nyen 4 series. Say de be ye be ma ne matima de e be to trace can tentem. And then this for say no. And I'm saying the nyen 2 series. And I'm saying no, ne boarding. Ghana phone ko gintu. Omo ye ya ko hunta kwa ye ya ne be de e be see 1 series no. Mo ni committee for no. The other committee for no mo de ma mo ye ni Ghana. So person pass bibia na person de mra bi ba na moi I minority for the enemy the answer come adam dia fasimase a what man say about 7 o'clock 8 o'clock and near call opposition for omo je ni nyina the day mo ba be pass
uni evidence
it is alleged alleged so omo je
it's alleged there
it's alleged so omo je na ni nyina echi no ye be pass a de no mo pia bonten and as a majority wo mu say enkofo no mo te dem no mo ye adwuma no bonne e wo mo trim no omo che ebro na e wo mo trim sa don de ye bibia se adwene ho mienu what ma say enka de we amode ba ye na ka de papa mu a mi busa se anya bia ka de pese rikotua ana crude ane ye de beto
ye say de bitua ka ne de bia to crude
na che se ye nyimfio na wiasa say you because many person who
maybe because they should have had a sunset clause. Say, you up to this number of years. And a chance raise a very important point. Say, 49 pesos na EPI. Ekosi saying it's only fair. Some people say, "Kontanaka say ekosi saying name ebia ya misuse." Yeah. Intimo my education no dey and cut down honestly. And NDC should not make mistake the next time.
I'm telling you.
They should not make ube introduce be and make sure now when people can't you use them through for town hall meetings.
Numbers I'm way.
Use town hall will be educated. You just come and
now we are not busy say. What you say Samika yes see about cat a can you pes can you which is not true. Nanya kabia na dia go to ya. Wo check him wa do running na you could because now no na yetiana sector minister be ka say yes ka da koto crude ni ada get what you say. And man ko ye yes all the time yes ka and say scanner ya ye the crude ni de koto ana say de koto tuaka e say mama Ghana 40 ase they say they be to crude ni de be tuaka de ana crude ye ntom so far as I use power no ye nya crude to da kopim say we ase be say it is hard we no e be ka hoda na and am say kana ye de no na ye mama metra ka ye metra o man we mu so ye de ka e kana me de no de e say me tua ni nyina emfie be mienu miense o man da bi o na de na si nipa kwai 1 liter as and 1 bottle.
One beer bottle.
One na say a dose to do. And ani e kan 1 liter. Now the one see there to 1 liter.
Enti no mo ka say e tin san kombe but o ma nyen so a energy crisis baba.
Me they are me.
So like it's not as if say Muhammad ni jike say one person will be a tiaka. No. It's difficult.
But this for you am ni ahira anye ho no. Young man, you go party in the Diaba. What am I saying? And even the communicators,
me credit me, I say, Anka, young sympathizers, Obi Otu Darko say, what the idea we bar? You call us and say, this is what government want to introduce.
What did they say?
What did they say? What did you imagine who you? It's me, my better than I'm not to the Ghana phone. Now, what do you decide?
We are not the money for it.
Say, no more next time. On best Sunday, man, they should education in Kodam. Education in Kodam. Because Charles Kabi, look, the government, goodwill. Mamu send him away and say, oh, my new yam.
Mr. Woodana, I watch a white shirt. Now, Oko program. Now, who didn't say, and walk it to be someone. What are now share the white in designing in and walk it to every night. This is open baby cocoa. What was it? They were buying a share near Moto to Niamano. And this our policy. I'm going to buy. I don't know what we question. What the bad Ghana for what saying into my own numbers, you know. Who went to be a pass it, but Brandon Paul, Nakanadian bed, then police and can wear Mampani or Joe Kakra or Pagudia Kakra. Nanko Mampani and you may be program be Nanko program, Nanko they are 2 Ghana for you. No, a poem which was say number 2. Say,
we cried in your Mampani, Minister Noah Juma.
I do so. I didn't Minister Juma. Now I know a chop about Mampani and Pacho. I didn't know how Mampani can know, or whether you sue medium, no, just like 20-30 minutes. No, they account once a Ghana for
he levy by a man for story dinner cool blows in the reason. Some of these things you don't do it.
What man says, Sadia way, and he levy, as okay, he levy you. Nana Otu, as okay, he levy. Will he levy there? And made different things. I deal way party to make catch say within the short time, number near one or 2 best betty. Because a young man say Obia or Benja. And I give for the park as well. It's the same. Who's a focus which is not true.
No, but you add in any say woman I educated Ghana for one who know the reasons.
Who we are not sound say so far as saying you know to Darko. I didn't way no. Who's a Busa will say Yerikoto crude and I say the Yerikotiaka. And I'm focus say the Beto crude. But Osami on Taweta, you see a Guinea de Kotiakano, or more my Jatu Montias and more Nimuno, still no more defending. A year, no more free na communication 24 hours since about 13-14 years. I'm a pimney, and I'm church him, I'm catching saying the way. Now, never to defend Abrozo. I didn't get a million Tias a year, or young man Tias a very defending idea. A penny defend. I did one day, but Nana can hear more. But in church, we're different. What I say? One implementation of the Baban. I never say Nema. Number number 1 I would be a dear. And yes, I am aware as somebody you. As somebody I dear baby for Ghana for. As somebody I dear baby to Ghana for. And you dear work to be Bawi. And then you about 4 says Chiakan. Nana dear never was away 1 liter 1 gallon. A dear Nekaha. A can edit 10 years.
1 city
1 gallon. And can dear Hagene. Who can be a better said 1 city to 1 gallon.
But they are saying say affected the prices at the pumps.
As I said, Mom come into us here. I'm for the point, baby, a few bano. And can reduce about more. Didn't make number again for them.
But it's better say Beijing Honoma 12 since I come over to the 16.
Thank you, very much. No forget this is the issue.
The oil marketing company say,
Nana, Mo forget to see you. Encrophonia Damonia, Cronfor, to bottom for a view for a Ghana for Pamamono. Shana by the Mamo, Shababi, a Domako Drew. You know when she be a mo, near him so better my year. Now I yen ye. It's a Ghana for now to Abana. I saw to see an okwa, who by old driver can come. Man, yet Emma made to DB for Catany, Emma for Carnico. What was it? It's me that make a chair and this in penny for. And I said, for 5 what was it? And this is for penny for the catch of the someone in the boom. Omo ya de ni bebre omo nyine ho bebre no omo nyine grassroots fo ne ho enkrofo omo ya djuma ba no mpa djuma dodo bi anya da man krofo afa na wo bo se enkrofo be nya djuma etime nkoko fa tax bi ma me ku enkrofo me mfa bibi ma me hanipa otima se okay anye ma ne ho na mo de ba fo no mo fa mra fo mo ana mo toto ne ma ne mo nya sa ne ma bi se no ade we ehu egu party se party we me no ka say aka be 1.5 year na this ba be election and this be election on fragba election do be hu e ho no obi di beje na na me na obo tape ba ko bi wo na wo na boy no obi say in appointment bo na busuafo yi o mo film ni adade wo na boy wo na ye show what ma say eni nyina go for the campaign be do obi aka say o mo implementation bo mo aka nkyere me na me nka ho ye simasi ni obenti re ko ye o ye de ba be good party it me so mampani na pamfo na badi akirifo ni ade ba bia ya kɔ no ni ba bi ye kura kwa ni dam ni ade kɔ o mo hwe no mama portos bia mama tani ka na nkɔtwefo nipa bre papa na Otu Darko abai we di 8 years kura pa yewu abai we ntime nkɔ be 30-40 years nipa nyina wu ese nipa retire abai we mu ese nipa timi nya na fa so fi abai we mu ese nipa timi didi abai we mu same hu to be track ase nipa mpa appointment nipa mpa bibi nipa pese niam to ya ne nipa kɔ na ni mo na ka kyerɛ wo she
the appointment who here nka obi kwaji minister
jani kra na wuhia na no na yekɔ mago ayie no
ai
e ho ne musa sa mago papa yie sesa na ese meka no mago papa yie no ye do ne musa appointment mu hia even omo na sabia nya hu omo a na aho kire wo mo abre wo mu no onya appointment
na bio na obi ni aban abre in opposition ya obi se ono support aban no onyina nim ebi se me de me support me yimanim na sa aban na ba wo so ono de o hia appointment
na wo toto niam ya bia ne ho beto wo beto de ai afa de
na bio ye de ni abusua
busa bia ye nim ma enkrofo yi mami chew on se dan se enkrofo yi na ko omu nyina ko pension other political party wo no media sa unso nyina ko obi an wato no anya na Otu Darko ya makra hansan ko village ya ni fie ba ko me no
sa I am the sell bam because enema bi ho no a opan ni kuro mpa ya deda na wase aka ko to ni
aka say en sejo when this media people no
that enti sebi na che say ye join keke
na abre
de keke ni ye bregu ye no way obi bia wa ye adwuma o deserve it because me look and I know say you also get the same course and crofo esusu say e bit ma boom na say me amwa me ho a me de aboa no
course be blame me.
That's what I'm saying.
Mobile money is me confirm myself me we had me man.
It's that issue of so be here appointment
yeah never involvement where why obiemu
Anna and yes if the fear is that only person be free radio, it's not always the case. Somebody can get appointment and still be on radio.
Ufimu go to baba. Ufimu na no be baba.
Obi kra powerful say.
Na betremu da ko ti na abrabai. Etu bo se be wie na Otu Darko na ya wie andi sa be di 20 years.
Obi kra be ka se be kwasi ampe.
Be hia na otra ho wato so amana.
Na me so fotro.
Ero da so fotro. Na obi ekra land cruisers ni ade. Na allowance nko akum na.
Asema na ka. Asema ka. Onye NDC ni de. Ba djuma Asema ka ti aye.
Appointment
ye bu adwuma wa ye
appointment by ye nanu a ye di ayi other for their friends
e ada
omo na omo tinto akoko omo to nan omo bu ankofo mo to nan twie chese omo ya doye ma doye bro so na kaka mi de kam nya mo be 50 100 kam chiche
masa grassroots for ye gu hoyi as branch executives ne branch members aye campaign abre
Orlando du twemu anu edu jujula na
ye ka tren panyimfo no emwa bi o metimi di aboa na eso mo de boa
na wo ka no bia pa bi makati to open deputy director wa MPA opeso okodi eduji example no obi ti jubri as okay makati
na me tie na eduji afre me say me corporate affairs ana ai ba ko ne dey human relations
corporate
affairs da bi asem na make
example what ma say
me corporate affairs ana bibia
akokoshe onko nye
me anka menye
na samba na muka kan samba mo bi for bi example man
omo frɛ me ya no ma frɛ me boss Edu Agongo baba baba call na bo
omo ka sa no empani for ne mpaye nipa me se dodo na esu gu omu ni ade media house dodo e wo mu nyina esu omo se say enkrofo eza ado mo ko mo ye bompa so be wo betra be kika sanse bia na ba be he nipa nana obi e pe bi
so this time no Samen can say me dey me here appointment
me dey me here bibia o
fa obi
me dey here bibi na nipa tima communicator for almost 15 good years 24 hours the whole Ghana ye wie dey chicha dey na so you Boadu nya hwe na to niam na ye ya we electrical technician obenya contract me pe after go for contract na do certificate o is out wo kwa na to
mami
na na me say na last time call minister be office
1 minute
me kwa contract me be 2 hours na me to sa na be say me nya ko be me
dabi